fabulous friends, and happy Super Bowl Sunday. Who are playing again? So we're having a Super Bowl party tonight at my neighbor's house. We're supposed to be over there about 5 o'clock. They are barbecuing on the grill tonight. Everybody's supposed to bring a meat to throw on the grill, and a side to share, and of course BYOB if you drink that type of stuff. So, and I don't drink beer, so I've actually kind of laid off of the alcohol a lot. I did have a margarita like a couple of weeks ago, or last weekend, when we were at the Mexican restaurant, and because it was so good and I love margaritas. So anyway, the other thing, and I will take you guys with me this evening, and I'll show you guys some of the food that we're going to have. I can discreetly kind of do that and film, but I won't film like people in general, but I will film the food and stuff that we're going to be having. And then right now I'm on my way to Walmart, that I can't stand. I can't stand going to Walmart, friends. But I have to go in there and get a couple of items that I forgot to pick up yesterday on my list. And that was paper plates, dish soap, and then dishwashing soap. And I have to pick up some of those infusibles, is that what they're called? Infusibles for your washing machine, so I can wash my laundry. But I'm just gonna go to Walmart really quick, and I'm doing it at like 9 o'clock in the morning, so it's actually a good time to go to Walmart. And it's closer to my house than Target. Target's about 8 miles and Walmart is 3, so I just choose, I'm just gonna go to Walmart really quick to get all that, because it's just a lot quicker, and I just kind of run in and run out, and now that it's so early, I can run in and run out of Walmart and be in no time. So this morning I was watching the Tim Tracker. If you guys haven't ever watched him on YouTube, you guys should watch the Tim Tracker. He and his wife live in Orlando, Florida, and they are very, very well known around there for filming and sharing their trips to Disney or Universal. So that's kind of how I started watching them, because I like watching videos of Disney and Universal. So I was watching them this morning because it's the Harry Potter celebration weekend, and today's the last day for it, but I want to go. So like I told my husband this morning, I'm like, oh my God, I think they have this every year. If they do, I want to go. So I told him I want to go. So hopefully next year, if they have it, I'll be going to the Harry Potter weekend celebration. So yay, that would be so awesome. It gives me kind of something else to look forward to. But anyway, so yeah, if you guys haven't watched them, they're the Tim Tracker, and I love watching them. I think they're just so great. They post videos like every single day, their daily vlog or whatever, and they're just fun to watch. Good couple, fun couple to watch, very clean. And a lot of people watch them. Another family that you guys might be interested in watching is the Saccone Jolies. And if you guys have never watched the Saccone Jolies, I suggest highly that you watch the Saccone Jolies. They are a family that lives in London, and they're Irish, an Irish family that lives in London, and they've got such a great family dynamic about them, and they're just a fun family to watch. And as a matter of fact, they are on their way to Orlando right now as we speak. They're like flying in a plane on their way to Orlando, and they are going to be at the oh gosh, what is that thing called? It's something that happens in Orlando called Play Something. It's for YouTubers. Of course, I'm not there because, you know, I'm not like a big wig on YouTube or anything. But, however, I would really like to have that happen. Just like to be able to go do like cool things like that. That would be really fun for me. I would really love that. Because, I mean, honestly, I'd like to meet everybody. I love meeting people and, you know, getting pictures taken with people and whatever. I think that is so cool. So, I mean, like, if I ever had a meetup, I would want to know if anybody would come meet me. That's what I would want to know. I would want to know if somebody would come meet me if I had a meetup. So anyway, let's move on. So the Saucony Jolies, they're actually going to be in Orlando all next week for, Playlist Live, that's what it's called, Playlist Live. And I guess somebody from Disney themselves called the Saucony Jolie family and said, hey, we want you to stay at our resort and we'll pay for everything. So they're getting like an all expense paid trip to Disney. Huh? What is that? What? See, that's what I want. I want like somebody to like my videos so much that they like, you know, pay for me to go somewhere and like be there. How cool would that be? Oh my God. But you know, that's like neither here nor there. I will probably never get that huge because I'm, you know, not that great. You know, I just think that people have that like greatness that stuff like that just falls into their laps. Like they're so great that type of stuff happens to them. And I'm not that great. I'm not great. And so stuff like that just won't like fall into my lap, you know? As much as everybody wishes that it would, that just doesn't happen for me. I think that I've always kind of wanted to be, you know, in the back of my mind, I think in my, what do you call it, your, you know, your second life or whatever, you always think that you're going to be something huge and people are going to remember you. And I guess I do have one thing that people might remember me by, and that is because of my parental alienation stuff. People wanted to meet me, so through that. And so whenever I did go somewhere, people would say, oh my God, Angie, if you're coming here, I want to meet you. So about 2 years ago, I had, and she's still friends with me on Facebook. It's another mom who's been alienated from her son. And she had found out that I was going to be in Orlando. Now, this was 2 years ago. And she's like, oh my gosh, I really want to meet you. So I had a small meetup with her. And so that's what we did. So I met her, and that was really nice, and I got a picture with her. So that's kind of what that's all about. And so I kind of thought, well, that's a neat thing. But like, is anybody really going to want to, you know, have a meetup with me because of me doing YouTube right now? But anyway, so I am at Walmart, and I will check back in with you guys after I'm finished. Bye. Hey guys, so I am starting my veggie pizza now, and the veggie pizza is so easy to make and it's so good. You just use these Grand's crescents. I use the big and buttery for extra flavor, and you just spread the croissants out on a cookie sheet, and then you bake it to the temperature that it says. So I'm going to go ahead and get my oven preheated to 350 and start that. Make sure there's nothing in there, and then I'm gonna spread these out so it fits on this cookie sheet perfectly. I might have to add 2 more from another roll of this, and then I will show you the afterwards and how it all goes together. So I just had to take a few off of this other roll of croissants to add to this. That way it made a full sheet. And then what you're going to do next is you're going to take a fork and you're just going to like poke holes in it just like this. And I'm sorry it's making a loud noise, but that's just on my counter. But anyway, so you just take a fork and you just poke it full of holes like this. And then you just want to make sure that you have all of the dough, you know, press up against the sides really, really well. That way it kind of makes a little lip for all your veggies to stay on when you put all your veggies on. So I'm going to go ahead and poke all the holes in this, and then I'll show you guys the next step. Alright, so after you have all the holes put in there from your fork, you're going to place it inside the oven. And you're going to bake it according to the instructions on the croissant label. So until they're nice and brown and done. And then with the remaining dough, either you can put it back in a plastic bag or a Ziploc baggie, or you can use it. And I think that I'm going to use it today for something else. So I'm just going to sit it here on a paper plate until I'm ready to use it. And it won't take long, so I'm not going to let it get too hard right there. But then I'm going to move on to cutting up the vegetables that go on the pizza, and the mixture that goes on it as well. Okay, and what you're going to need for the mixture that goes on top of the veggie pizza is 2, what are these, 8-ounce bars of the Philadelphia cream cheese softened. You're going to need some ranch dressing, dry, and you're going to need some dill weed. And you're going to just put it all in here and mix it all together, and that's what you're going to spread on the first layer of your veggie pizza. After you have your little cream cheese mixture all mixed up, you can leave that sit out. That way it gets even softer for spreading, because you want it to spread very evenly and you want it to be easier to spread, so you want that to soften even more. The next thing you're going to need to do then, while your croissants are still baking, is you need to cut up your cucumber. You need to cut up your carrots if you want to cut them up a little bit. Even though these are already shredded carrots, I still tend to cut these up just a little bit more. And then you're going to need your broccoli. No, your cauliflower. No, your broccoli. My bad. Your broccoli. And then you're going to cut these all up really, really fine, and then you're going to spread them all out on top of your croissant or pizza crust after you spread all that out. So all this goes together, and then you're going to put some shredded cheese on there, which I will show you that in a little bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stuff cut up. And if you guys have one of these choppers, these are like the best thing to use for chopping up, you know, cucumbers and stuff that you want to get chopped up really, really fine to spread on the pizza. So this is what I'm going to use, and you just like bang it like this, but I'm going to have to do it with two hands, so I'm going to have to show you guys. You guys can see what it is, and then I'll show you guys after it's chopped. And that is what it looks like all chopped up. That is what my cucumber looks like. And I'm just going to put it on this plate and then just set it aside until I'm ready to assemble my veggie pizza. And then I'm going to move on to my broccoli and my carrots next. After you let your croissants cool off, that's when you start spreading your cream cheese topping all over it. And you really want this to cool off as best as possible. That way the cream cheese does not melt and get too soft while you're spreading it on. Because if you do, then you're going to break your crust. So just spread this all on evenly, and then I'll show you how to assemble it. Alrighty, so I washed my hands. The next thing you want to do after you lay your cream cheese on top of the croissants is you're going to start spreading out your cucumber, your carrots, and your broccoli that you have cut up. And you're just going to do it just like this. Just so it's spread on there like evenly. And it actually turns out so pretty when you add the green and the orange. It's really, really pretty. And there's the cucumber. Just kind of spread it around so it's all on here evenly. And did I say I washed my hands? Because yes, I washed my hands, guys, after I was petting my cats. cucumber. And there you go. So now I'm going to go over here and grab my carrots. And I still have to cut up my broccoli. But here are the carrots. So I'm going to now add the carrots on here. And sprinkle that around. Look how pretty that is. Isn't that pretty? Carrots. And add all the carrots on there. And then I'm going to go chop up my broccoli and then add that on here. So there you have it with the carrots and the cucumber. So I have put my broccoli on there, so the vegetable pizza is now complete. And now you just kind of cut it up in squares. And you can place it in the refrigerator on a tray. Actually, I'm just probably going to leave it like this and then just put some foil over it and then put it in the refrigerator. That way the cream cheese stays nice. Hello, I am back and I am on my way down to my neighbor's house, and yes, I am driving because it's raining. That's why. And I have stuff to carry and I do not want to carry it in the rain, and I do not want to get wet or soaking wet. So we are leaving. There's my house. There's my house. And my husband's already down here. He walked. I was not going to walk. And so I am parking and going to go to their house. And I am here. Look how quick that was. So I'm going to get out now and carry all of my stuff in.
Ah, Marvin!
Oh no, the patties fell apart.
Super Bowl last year, and this year, NFC Championship, second and 7.
Okay, so I realized that it wasn't the Steelers that were playing, and that it's the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks. Hee hee. But anyway, I want to show you guys all the food. We have lots of food. Here's my veggie pizza, pizza rolls. I don't know what that is, but she made homemade quesadillas, and my cupcakes I made, and they've got football cupcakes, and all this stuff is so good. And somebody made meatballs, and these meatballs are like to die for. So good. Look, so good meatballs. So I'm gonna go have my meatballs and eat.